So here we are today. Hello. Gonna be tier listing the villains of the movies that we watched in Horizon for 2023. The movies we watched, most of them were random. A couple of them were picked. Actually, more of them were picked than random, I guess. I picked this. This is the representative for Killer Clowns. This was random. Amy picked this, or Ichigo90 picked this. Ichigo picked this. Orb picked this. This was random. This was random. Okay, so I guess most of them were random, but just by a hair. Next year, we'll try to do a little bit better. Next year, we're aiming for one movie a month. I think we basically got one movie a month because this year we didn't. I don't think we started it in January. Pretty sure. So, we're gonna be basing the villains on a couple criteria. Were they actually like successful, scary? You know, just how evil were they? That's important. Hang on, I'm getting feedback. Don't know why I'm getting feedback. Don't want feedback. No more feedback. Okay? Are we cool? Mike the mic. His name is Michael. It's not very creative. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, so like how rotten of a entity that they are, and then how would I want to fight them? Like what I mean, like this girl, this is just a shitty mom. I'll fight her. So that gives her less points. This thing, this is like a cosmic entity that you can't win. You can only really lose. So I wouldn't want to fight that. So it gives it more points. This thing is a creepy man who I don't want my children to know. So I don't really want to fight him. I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to touch him. He's kind of creepy. So he gets some points. Okay. But not as much points as like a cosmic entity, you know? Okay. So first off, we have the Killer Clowns. For now, I think Killer Clowns is basically S. The only thing that doesn't make them an S is that you can kill them by popping their nose. That's a shitty weakness, I have to say. But they are terrifying. They're very evil and sadistic. And they're so random and unknown that like it kind of adds to the creepiness. And they're also hilarious, which isn't supposed to be criteria. But for them it's criteria because what are you gonna do with those pies, boys? And then they throw pies at a guy and he becomes goo. That's so cool. Okay, so their ass. This guy's like, he's not evil. He just like got a really bad run of the die. You know, there was a lot of racism, a lot of he got bullied a lot, and the society he grew up in was very old and very unwelcoming. So it better be. It better be. Hang on. We're getting some technical issue. Okay. Well, the video's on YouTube, so don't worry if you missed it. So this guy's not, and he's not like evil, he just kind of kills a couple people. Which, okay, that's evil. You know. But he's not like out to destroy everything in the world and just wants to bring you sadness. He's trying his best and he just kind of fails and everything falls apart. And he gets in a corner where he can't get out, basically. This guy's evil. He's really, really evil. But he's also kind of a clown. And not like these clowns. These clowns are cool. He's like an idiot clown. This guy is kind of a dumber man. I think this is a better villain because he's more interesting. This guy's also not very interesting. This guy's just like, I am evil because I'm evil. That's not very interesting. So we're gonna give him a C. Okay? For now. This cosmic entity is super duper evil. Oh, the things it does. But then you have to ask, is it even evil? Or does it just kind of exist and happen to do things that you wouldn't want it to do. Because it doesn't really have meditation. It doesn't have a mind of its own or anything. It doesn't have intent that we can, like, define. So it makes it kind of less evil than the clowns. And then you have to consider that both the clowns and this thing, they lose to, like, this just loses to time, right? If this was Yu-Gi-Oh, you could just stall this guy out and win based on life points. Because when the season ends, the farm is just, like, gone. And it snows and it's fine. We have some jokers in the chat saying that this thing brought a mother and a son closer together. Well, in that case, this is way more evil because this thing destroyed its family. But so I'm gonna say this isn't actually as evil as the clowns, and it's not as scary because technically the clowns could live forever, I think. But it is more evil than him because it hurt more. It actually didn't hurt more people. It actually hurt the same amount of people. Let's give this a B tier, but let's give it in front of him. Crumb is just, he's just a scum. He's just creepy. And the worst part about Crumb is that he never broke the law, so he can't be in trouble. So it's like, you know, it's like that creepy uncle who you know is a fucker, but you can't beat him. You can't call the cops. You can't defeat him because it's not illegal. But dude, this should be illegal. So he's kind of like, he's up there. He's pretty high. This guy kidnapped Santa Claus though. That's kind of fucked up. That's kind of evil. That's like, wait, no, he didn't kidnap Santa Claus. He wanted to kill Santa Claus. That's even worse. Well, he did kidnap him. Oh, yeah, he did both. That's pretty evil. Is there something that's more evil than that? Like, okay, he's a shitty villain because, like, he's an idiot and he has no powers and he's weak and he's a loser. But he's also a loser. I think kidnapping Santa Claus is worse than being a creep, assuming that Santa Claus existed. So actually, I think he's a better. He's not a better villain because this guy's like real. But given the context of the movies, if this guy was real, he would be worse. But just slightly. This guy's actually pretty evil, though. He might actually be an ass, which is really sad to say, but he's kidnapping Santa and then, like, trying to kill him and kids by sending them into space and keeping Martian children sad forever. That's pretty fucked up. I don't know what else to say. It does it get more evil? Barely. So I think he's ass, actually. Crumb is... he could be ass, but he's tricky. So let's move on to the next one. Just because he's so tricky, I gotta think about him more. Because I really hate Crumb. But technically he never killed anyone. He just, like, emotionally scarred his children. Probably. Okay. This girl... I'm gonna be honest, I remember parts of this movie that were, like, fragmented. I don't remember her as good as the others. But, basically, she just never trusted her child. Like, her child was like, Mom, there's evil stuff here. And then, like, oh, what was it? Oh, yeah. So there was, like, this ghost girl who was, like, a spirit, and I believe she ends up, like, ditching the ghost girl to try to save her own child, even though she could have just kept the ghost girl and, like, been nice to it, like her husband did, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure the husband ended up being a cool guy, and she was, like, kind of just, like, a scummy person. But she didn't kill anyone. I think at the end she also, like, makes a sacrifice that basically fucks everybody over. because she's dumb. She's kind of more of an idiot than evil, maybe. Treated her Dolly badly. Yeah, she was just like kind of a mom you wouldn't want. But she wasn't nearly as bad as Crumb either. Like, Crumb is a father that if you have Crumb, you're doomed. There's no chance, okay? I think she's just a D tier though, because and not because she's a bad villain or anything, but because the other things on this list are just way better, you know? This actually killed someone. Okay, I'm getting refreshed on the story. Ichigo says she tried to prevent her mentally broken daughter from killing herself. Well, that's good, actually. That's a plus. And then treated the gross girl badly because it wasn't her daughter, like I said. Yeah, she was just bad at her job of being a mom. So because of that, I have to give her a D tier because everything else on this list is so much worse. Like, this guy was probably a predator. Okay? I'm pretty sure. But hang on. I'm getting a phone call. There's breaking news. There's one more villain we forgot. Oh my god. They're saying it's the worst villain of all. What could this be? Oh my god, it's the cheap headphones from Dark. Oh my god. No. Oh, it is S tier. Oh no, they're better than the clowns. Oh god. Okay. That's the Horizon tier list. I think it's pretty good. I hope to do it next year with 12 participants. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Love you all. Thank you so much also for watching every movie. I had a blast. And I really, really want to do more movies. Because there's a lot of movies I have that I want to watch now. They've been building up over this year. I'm super excited. Movie night is better than the role-playing. It's better than the dueling. It's where we actually get to be friends. And just like be buddies, you know. That's way more important to me than any of the other stuff in Horizon. At this point, Horizon, the other stuff is still there and it's still important. But for me, it's that's where my friends live. So thank you for being my friend. Peace out. Ciao, ciao. Kisses.